If we could begin first with opening statements by Jim Beneke.
Thank you, and thank the League for hosting this event. A strong public education system is important to me. A strong public education system is essential in a society that values universal equity and opportunity. Linda and I moved here 22 years ago because of all the wonderful things we heard about the community and the school system, and we haven't been disappointed. We especially like the commitment the public has towards the welfare of every child, and our 3 kids have had a wonderful experience in the schools, and I hope all their kids can have that too. I would bring a deliberative, open-minded decision-making approach to the board, and I would seek out and value your opinion. The school has had no notable successes over the years. I would like to build on those successes until the day that student achievement is not predictable by any family demographic. This is an exciting time to be on the school board. I think with our somewhat recent new superintendent and a new strategic plan, I think there's a lot of energy and ideas floating around for closing the achievement gap. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Nancy Gores.
Thank you. I want to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this in the city, for making this great space available on the cable network so that those of you at home who are watching now or will watch before the election have a chance to become informed about who we are and what our hopes and dreams are for our school system. We have 4 seats that are up for election, and we have 5 candidates. I am sad to say, but I totally understand why, that Julie Schweitzer, who served on the board with me for 12 years, has chosen not to run for re-election, and I am personally and as a colleague going to miss her. And really, thank you for even coming tonight, taking the time to be here with Ralph Peterson, who has also served on the board amongst our other guests. I'm running for re-election because I am absolutely excited about our 5-year strategic plan, and I really want to be a part of making it happen. I want to do my part on that. I am really glad that Joe Tatalovich and Ken Morrison, who are also currently on the board, have chosen to run again because they too, I know, are committed to the plan. I've been a resident of St. Louis Park for 29 years. I am an attorney and an arbitrator in my day job. I bring those sorts of skills to my work on the school board. I am a asset champion, Children's First asset champion. I am our board's representative to District 287, which is a conglomerate of lots of districts, and it serves the kids who have the most needs that are best served in other settings, where you can combine your resources and do a better job for their special needs. I have one son. He is a 2010 graduate of St. Louis Park. He will graduate from college this spring. He was a hockey player when he was here, and so I am also a recovering hockey mom.
Thank you. Christine Johnson.
I want to thank the League of Women Voters for having this forum tonight. And I've lived in St. Louis Park for 7 years, and I made a careful choice in deciding where I wanted to move as I adopted 2 children in the process of adopting a third. I looked into what the school has to offer and the location, and I was impressed with that. So we chose to locate here. I have a son who's in 3rd grade, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Some of the things that I'd like to focus on is the achievement gap, and finding there's been progress in finding out where we can make more progress in closing the achievement gap. Looking for stable funding, like through state, federal, local, private, to put less impact on the citizens of St. Louis Park to pay for things. And looking at the increased enrollment into our schools, because other people are finding that this is very important as well. Some of the things that I volunteered for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I was a school-based mentor in Minneapolis. I have been on board of directors before, helping with strategic planning, implementing policies. I work for Ramsey County as a mental health practitioner, helping people find and keep employment. I'm a foster parent and adoptive parent, and so I've worked with many different agencies. I feel that I can be an asset to the St. Louis Park School Board. Thank you.
Thank you. Ken Morrison.
Thank you, League of Women Voters, for having this forum. We really appreciate the opportunity for all the people out in TV land and our guests here to get an opportunity to see who we are, understand who we are, and where we're coming from. My name, again, is Ken Morrison. I'm asking to be reelected into the position of school board member. I've been living in St. Louis Park for the last 30 years. My wife and I live here, and we have 3 kids. One in middle school, 6th grade, and and 2 in the high school, in 9th and 10th grade. I've been involved in the school systems for quite a while. I've been at PTO chairperson at Quilla Elementary School and at Cedar Manor for approximately 3 years there. And I've also been a member of the DPAC community and district employee parent teacher advisory council. And I've also been involved with 2 strategic plans at the school. And this last time I was involved in the action committee. I have served our students, our community youth in activities as I've been a coach for baseball, basketball, football, and track and field. I currently am a track football coach at the high school as a freshman. And I too am interested in achieving and hoping that all of our students are able to achieve at their highest levels, not necessarily close the gap, but achieve at their highest levels so that we can ultimately close the gap. Thank you.
Thank you. And last, Joe Tatalovich.
Again, thank you to the League of Women Voters for putting on this forum, and for the viewers here in the audience and at home for watching. My name is Joe Tatalovich, and I'm running for re-election to the St. Louis Park School Board. I've been on the board for 4 years, and in those 4 years, a lot has happened. We've hired a new superintendent. Our fund balance has steadily gone up. Our enrollment is starting to tick up as well. We've passed referendums, and we've implemented all-day kindergarten. So a lot of things have happened, and in the next 4 years, I see a lot more happening, a lot of important things. The 3 things that I intend to focus on in the next 4 years are equity, facilities, and technology, and I'm sure we'll get into at least one of those as the evening goes along. My wife, Molly, and I have lived in the park for the last 12 years. We have 2 kids. Eli is a 1st grader at Susan Lindgren, and my daughter Emma is going to be in kindergarten a year from now. They may be watching now, say hello. So I'm very excited and very optimistic about the future of this school district. I've seen so many great things happen, and I want to be part of that as we go into the future. We love it here, and I look forward to a great discussion tonight. Thank you.